Hi guys! So today's video isn't going to be a very long one. It's just going to be explaining how worrying can make something 10 times worse, or worrying can kind of make the situation worse than what it actually is. So I would say last night at about 10, 11, maybe 12 at night, I was starting to feel a bit wheezy. And if you're not my friend and you're watching this, you won't know that I have asthma. If you don't know what asthma is, I'm not going to explain it. It's quite a long story, but just look it up on the internet or something like that. But anyways, when you have asthma, sometimes maybe doing exercise, laughing too much, or just in general, you kind of can't breathe, and then you just take your inhaler, and then it opens up your lungs, and then you can breathe again. And I've had asthma for my whole life, and recently I think it's hay fever or allergies or something like that. But recently my asthma's been getting worse, and I think every night before I go to sleep I need to have my inhaler because otherwise my asthma will just play up and it's really annoying and I can't breathe. But last night, as I was in bed thinking, oh yeah, I'm starting to get a bit wheezy, I'm starting to lose my breath quicker than normal. I was thinking, oh, I'll just get my inhaler, I'll just take it, and then I'll be fine, and I'll go to sleep, just like normal. Then as I was thinking more about it, I was remembering that I don't actually have my inhaler. Because basically, yesterday was Friday, and I was in school, and it was non-school uniform, and I had my jacket on, and I didn't need it, like, I was so hot in school yesterday. As in, like, I was really, really, really warm. I don't even know why. I can't remember if it was sunny or not. But anyways, my mate was like, oh, please can I borrow your jacket? Like, I'm freezing and you're warm. And I was like, yeah, sure. If I'm warm and you're cold, it only makes sense that you borrow my jacket. And I was just like, yeah, just give it to me when you next see me over the weekend, or just when we get back to school. I don't really mind because it's not like my favourite jacket or anything like that. I don't usually wear it. So that was fine, but I was forgetting that I had my inhaler in my jacket. I completely forgot that when I was giving my jacket to her, I forgot to take my inhaler out. So last night at like 10, 11, 12, I was starting to get a bit wheezy, losing my breath, like I said, and I was just thinking to myself, where is it? Because it's usually on my side. I was thinking, oh, did I leave it downstairs? Did I leave it in the car? Where have I put it? And I was retracing my steps, and I was thinking, it hit me all of a sudden. It's not at home. I forgot. I gave it to my mate, and she has it, and it's at her house, and I don't have it at my house, and I don't have any spare ones. Can't remember why I don't have any spare ones, but I don't know why. I just don't have any spare ones. It's actually quite bad. Anyways, so I was remembering I don't have it. What am I going to do? Because I can't breathe. And then that is when I then started to panic. I was in bed, I remember, and I was thinking to myself, Billy, you're going to be fine. If you start worrying, then that's going to make it 10 times worse. But having an anxiety disorder, you really can't stop them bad thoughts coming in. Because as I was trying to stop myself from having the intrusive thoughts, which means basically having the bad thoughts, I was thinking, you'll be fine. Just go to sleep, take some water, sit up and just breathe. You'll be fine. This has happened before. Then the intrusive thoughts, which means bad thoughts, they came in and they was like, no, you're going to, well, not die, but I was thinking I'm going to die, even though that's like to the extreme. I was thinking I can't breathe, I don't have my inhaler to open up my lungs, so my lungs are going to close up, I'm going to have to call the ambulance, I'm going to have to go to the doctors, and all of this, and I was panicking so much. And then I think for about 20-30 minutes I just sat in my bed drinking water. I had music, like calming music on headphones when I was listening. I was messaging everyone who lives around me who had asthma, going, do you have an inhaler? Can I borrow it? Can you meet me? But bear in mind, it's at like 12 o'clock, so no one would meet me because it's late and, no one's allowed out at that time. Not even me. I don't even know why I was asking people, but I was just panicking. And then I would say after about 30-40 minutes of trying to calm myself down, I came to the realisation that I need to tell my mum, because if this gets any worse, then my lungs will just close and I don't know what would happen. So then I would say I had a panic attack. I was panicking, which obviously when you're having an asthma attack, having a panic attack at the same time is much worse, because when you have a panic attack, you kind of lose your breath from having a panic attack. But add a panic attack to an asthma attack, it makes everything a lot worse, because I already can't really breathe, and then I'm losing my breath because I'm panicking. But I was trying to calm myself down. And then I went in my mum's room and I was like, Mum, trying to calm myself down, because I start panicking, then I'm going to get my mum to panic, and then that's going to get a lot worse. So I was just like, Mum, and she was like, yeah. I was like, I can't breathe, and I left my inhaler with my mate. What am I going to do? And she was like, Billy, just check my drawers or check downstairs. So I was walking downstairs, checking all the drawers were like in the cabinets and all of that, and my mum's drawers and all my drawers. I was like, Mum, I can't find it. And then she was just calming me down, so I spoke with her for a little bit, because I was more panicked than I was having an asthma attack. I think I was having an asthma attack and all of that, but so she gave me this tablet, and I don't think I mentioned it before, but I really cannot take tablets. Tablets are the worst things for me. I just can't take them because if you have emetophobia, you know, even the smallest tablets, you get worried that you're going to choke on the tablet and then it's going to get stuck in the back of your throat, but I'll do that in another video. But anyway, so I can't take tablets. I sometimes can force myself. But anyway, so she gave me a tablet and she was like, Billy, take this because this will also open up your lungs and then we can breathe, and if it still gets worse, then we'll go to more extreme measures or whatever. So I literally was sat there for about 5 minutes I was physically trying to put the tablet in my mouth, but I could not make my hand move. I could not put it in my mouth. I would put it in my mouth, but I couldn't swallow it. I couldn't get water and all of this. And then out of nowhere, I literally forced myself. I put the tablet in, got some water and drank it. And I did it so fast that I spilt the water all over me. But it doesn't matter because I did it in about... next door stock. But I did it, and about 15 minutes later, I was feeling a lot better. And then, so I had an asthma attack and a panic attack. But I just thought I'd say how having anxiety and panicking can make things 10 times worse. But anyway, so I went to the doctor today, and I got my inhaler. It might not focus, I don't know. But I've got my inhaler now. And all it really looks like is, I'll get it out. All it really looks like is this. Inhaler, but yeah, it was quite not a good thing to do, but it was quite it opened my eyes up to how much panicking can make it 10 times worse. I'll try to show you guys. Anyways, yeah, so that's it for this video. It's not really a long one, like I said, but I'm not explaining anything about emetophobia. I just thought I'd say how much like worrying can make a difference. Anyways, I'll see you next time. Bye.